everybody, my name's Kaylina. Ian can't come to the phone right now because he got a little spooked by the CNC machine. But let's talk about this little, well, actually enormous project we've been working on called the World Wildlife and Heritage Museum. In the last video, we covered the core and shell in front of house. We said that in the next video would be specifically about the museum interior, but we've had a slight change of plans. Oh, don't worry. We'll be getting back into that update in the next couple of weeks or so, but this week we're going to take you through the process of what our team has been working so hard on the last few weeks. Coffers! What exactly is a coffer, you may ask? Well, a coffer in architecture is a square or polygonal ornamental sunken panel used in a series as decoration for a ceiling or a vault. And for the purpose of the World Wildlife and Heritage Museum, there are 18 of these bad boys that have been built to adorn the ceiling of what will be the multi-purpose hall and are now starting the process of being installed on site. Making these coffers has been quite the undertaking, one that's required so much work by our ridiculously awesome team who continue to amaze with their skill, commitment, and dedication to getting it done right. So how does all this coffer amazingness happen? Well, first we send an offer to MSM to fabricate all the steel frames, and when we get them back from MSM, we add all the additional support metals intended to hold all the goodies that the coffers need to both look great and be functional. You know, like the thatching and speaker and lighting mounts. Once all the welding is complete, it goes to Oscar's team, who then installs all the thatching, and then they paint it yellow, give it a base coat, then they do a brown wash, a brown speckling as it's called. Once that's all done, they add in the battens, so many battens, which are pierced in there. Then Miguel and his crew recoat it all with GFRG to hide all the seams and the gaps in the battens and the thatching. Then they texture and blend all the seams, and then they paint the battens to cover all the seams. Whew, that's a lot already. But wait, there's more. After Miguel and the crew have fully textured the battens, they add all the other colors to the battens. Caramel, a brown wash, and then from there, they add the light strips to the bottom that are meant to hold the angle lights to the coffer. And then it gets painted and detailed, and then we do final touch-ups because when we do the GFRG coats, some of it gets smeared on the thatching, and no one likes smeared anything, let alone thatching. When they install the battens, they add metal stovepipe to what's called a put log, which is a small hole made in the structure to receive the ends of poles or beams, which is for help when they put the chandeliers in. The chandeliers are retractable. They put the metal in, so when they raise them up for cleaning, they won't be grinding against the battens. So freaking cool. Forethought for the win. And with that, fabrication of the coffer is complete. But let's not forget our awesome shipping team who are accountable for getting the coffers from our facility in beautiful downtown Rio de Janeiro to the museum site in Concord. First, they put the foam pieces on all the screws on top of the coffers that will be used to screw them into the ceiling to keep the bubble wrap they're wrapping it in from ripping. High-tech stuff, right? Then the wrap is heated and shrink wrapped, and then they are loaded onto the trailer headed to Concord and to the ceiling of the multi-purpose hall. Shout out for our shipping team for getting it done right as always. In some other news during this relatively quick update, Dave, our arts and crafts guy, has been auditioning for the lead role in the next installment of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. No, he hasn't. Dave wouldn't hurt a fly. But he has been taking a chainsaw to foam, lots of foam, to painstakingly sculpt the mock-ups for landforms that will be such an integral part of the museum. Stay tuned for lots more in future updates about the landform process. And while we spoke about the rotunda columns at length in the last video, we would be remiss if we didn't show you the super cool footage we have of the rotunda columns being installed on site. Shout out to our on-site crew for smashing this out. It looks awesome. Well, that's it for this update. We'll be getting another one out to you soon with structural steel being installed, as well as updates from our most excellent digital team. And more, of course, on this project. There's always more. Bye for now.